Welcome, listeners, to episode 475 of AI Brief. Today we have a packed agenda focusing on moments where artificial intelligence stops being just code on a screen and actively alters our physical reality. We are going to look at a shocking real-world attack linked directly to public AI anxiety.
We will also explore how AI is uncovering hidden side effects for blockbuster drug side effects that highly regulated clinical trials completely missed.
Following that, we have a rapid-fire roundup of major industry moves, from international model rankings to Apple's new display-free smart glasses. Finally, we will wrap up with today's top trending productivity tools to upgrade your workflow. Let's dive right in. Last week, OpenAI published a 13-page policy document warning that AI could reshape society faster than anyone has prepared for.
And just days after that theoretical document dropped, we saw that tension become a literal physical threat.
So moving into today's new updates, we really need to look at what happened because the details of this escalation are severe.
Yeah, they really are. And it moved incredibly fast. So at 3:45 in the morning, a 20-year-old suspect named Daniel Moreno Gama threw a Molotov cocktail at the gate of Sam Altman's home.
Wow.
Right. The device struck the gate and, fortunately, no injuries occurred.
Right.
But what's really striking here is the immediate shift in geography right after that.
Which is just crazy because the San Francisco Police Department arrested him just 1 hour later, but not at the house at the OpenAI corporate headquarters.
Exactly. Moving directly from a targeted attack on a personal residence straight to the corporate headquarters. It shows a fixation not just on the person, but on the entity building the technology itself.
Right, and the situation actually escalated even further over the weekend. There was reportedly a second attack on Sunday night involving gunshots fired outside Altman's residence.
Which is terrifying.
Yeah.
And, we really have to look at the motive here because it paints a stark picture of where public sentiment is trending. The suspect had published essays warning that AI would bring about human extinction. And he was also highly active on the Pause AI organization's Discord server, posting under the handle, Butlerian Jihadist.
Wait, Butlerian Jihadist, like from Dune?
Yes, exactly. It's a direct science fiction reference to a holy war against thinking machines, which, tells you exactly the ideological framework he was operating within.
It is, wow.
He posted 34 messages on that server, and one of those messages was actually flagged by a moderator because it appeared to call for direct action. Though it is important to note that the organization Pause AI officially condemned the attack.
Right. And following the incident, Altman responded with a personal blog post. He actually called the current public anxiety surrounding AI justified, which is a pretty big admission.
Yeah, he admitted to his own past mistakes, too.
He did. And he likened the industry's intense power struggle to a ring of power, while making this public plea for de-escalation.
That ring of power metaphor is incredibly telling, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, it implies this massive centralized concentration of influence that people are basically fighting to control, and the statistics underscore exactly why he's calling for calm.
Wait, because the fear is spreading.
It is. Currently, 4 in 5 Americans are worried about artificial intelligence. This anxiety is no longer just some fringe sentiment confined to internet forums. It is going completely mainstream.
And the physical attacks on Altman demonstrate that he, and OpenAI by extension, have really become the primary face of this technology for people who are, directing their anger.
Yeah, the societal transformation driven by this technology is just beginning, and the criminal events at Altman's home serve as this really stark indicator that public fear and the resulting physical world actions are not fading anytime soon.
Definitely not. The anxiety is deeply rooted in the rapid pace of change. We are basically seeing those digital essays translate directly into physical actions.
We're seeing AI bypass our traditional systems of control, whether that is public safety in San Francisco or, switching gears entirely, the heavily regulated world of medical testing.
Oh, yes. This is a huge shift.
Let's shift to a concrete, positive application of this technology intersecting with the physical world. AI is currently being used to find hidden truths in massive piles of public data.
It is. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania recently published a study focused on GLP-1 medications.
So just for context, these are the blockbuster weight loss and diabetes drugs, right? Like Ozempic and Mounjaro.
Exactly. And the researchers utilized a technique called computational social listening. They fed over 400,000 Reddit posts into large language models, specifically using GPT and Gemini.
400,000.
400,000, coming from 67,000 distinct users spanning more than 5 years of real, ongoing discussions about Ozempic and Mounjaro.
Okay, wait, I need to understand the mechanics here. How does an AI model actually decipher Reddit? I mean, people are not writing formal medical complaints on there.
Right, they're not.
They're not typing like, I am currently experiencing fatigue. They use slang. They're typing things like, Ozempic makes me completely dead on my feet today. How does the AI process that?
Well, that is exactly the breakthrough. Previous search methods relied on strict keyword matching. So if you didn't type the exact medical term, the search just missed it entirely.
Well, interesting.
But large language models understand semantic meaning. They can read dead on my feet or I am freezing in a sweater in July. And they map those informal phrases directly to standardized medical terms like fatigue or chills.
Wow. So they mapped those hundreds of thousands of informal posts to official medical lexicons.
They did, and the findings from doing that were just staggering. Nearly half the sample reported at least one side effect that clinical trials had completely missed.
Wait, really? Half the sample?
Yes. Patients were consistently flagging menstrual irregularities, chills, and hot flashes, and none of these are currently reflected on the official drug labels.
That's wild.
Furthermore, fatigue actually ranked as the second most common complaint among the users in this massive dataset, which is highly significant because fatigue barely even registered in the clinical trial reporting thresholds for either of these medications.
Think about how wild that is. You can look at a platform like Reddit as this massive, chaotic digital waiting room. Millions of people are just shouting their symptoms into the void, using slang and informal language.
Yeah, perfectly said.
And the AI models essentially take all that chaotic noise and turn it into a highly focused medical megaphone, amplifying the exact patterns that researchers need to hear. But I do have to push back on the methodology here just a bit.
Okay, go for it.
How can we possibly trust an internet forum over peer-reviewed, heavily monitored FDA clinical trials?
Well, that is the essential question when evaluating computational social listening.
Yeah.
Co-author Lyle Unger framed this dynamic perfectly. He compared Reddit to a neighborhood grapevine.
A grapevine.
Yeah, because patients swap real-time notes online that rarely make it into the formal setting of a doctor's visit. Think about it. A patient might not think to mention feeling a bit chilly to their physician during a brief 15-minute checkup focused purely on weight loss.
Right.
But they will readily ask an online forum if anyone else is experiencing the exact same thing.
Okay, I see. So the sheer scale of the data changes the validity of the signal. Like one person saying they're cold is anecdotal, but 10,000 people saying it independently is a data set?
Precisely. AI is compressing parts of the drug discovery process, but is simultaneously increasing the novelty of what is entering the market. This makes side effects much harder to catch using traditional methods alone.
Makes sense.
Reddit is absolutely not a peer-reviewed journal. However, when thousands of patients flag the exact same unlisted symptoms independently, the medical community just cannot dismiss it. Large language models basically made it possible to listen to that grapevine at a massive quantifiable scale.
Let's shift our tempo a bit here. Moving into a broader scan of today's fast-moving industry board, we need to take a measured, deliberate look at the structural shifts occurring right now across the entire sector.
We begin with a very significant development in international model rankings. Alibaba has officially revealed that it is the creator behind Happy Horse.
Happy Horse.
Yes. This is the previously unreleased video AI model that recently debuted at the top of global rankings. Its sudden appearance actually knocked ByteDance's Seedance 2.0 down to second place in the global hierarchy.
Which demonstrates how rapidly international players are quietly developing and deploying top-tier models before even attaching their corporate names to them.
It does. And the capabilities of these advanced models are drawing the highest levels of governmental scrutiny.
They really are. U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent and Federal Reserve Chair Powell recently summoned Wall Street chief executives to an urgent meeting. The sole focus of this gathering was to address the specific cyber risks posed by Anthropic's new Mythos model.
That is a major escalation.
It is. When the Treasury Secretary and the Fed Chair are calling emergency meetings about a specific language model, it shows how deeply AI capabilities are now entangled with global financial infrastructure.
And corporate infrastructure is also being rapidly reassembled to support these advancements. Meta is actively hiring recently departed OpenAI Stargate executives.
Right. Peter Hochul, Shamez Hamani, and Anuj Saharan.
Exactly. They are joining the company to help build the newly formed Meta Compute Group. This highlights the intense hardware talent war happening right now. Building the physical infrastructure for AI is just as critical and just as competitive as writing the software.
Anthropic is simultaneously engaging with established cultural institutions to refine that software. The company hosted Christian leaders at its headquarters for a summit focused on Claude's development.
Yes.
The summit covered specific theological questions, including grief responses and whether an artificial intelligence could be considered a child of God. To understand how this works mechanically, developers are trying to figure out how to map human cultural expectations to algorithmic outputs.
Right. Because when a user tells a model they're grieving, the model needs a programmed framework for how to respond appropriately within that user's cultural context.
Exactly.
On the software integration front, Anthropic's Quad is expanding its utility within enterprise environments. A new beta is currently rolling out for team and enterprise plans that connects Claude directly to Microsoft Word.
Oh, that's going to be huge.
It is. The AI chatbot now acts as an in-document writing assistant, capable of creating drafts, editing errors, and responding to comments directly within the document. What makes this powerful is its ability to save common workflows as repeatable skills, fundamentally changing how corporate documents are created and processed.
Hardware strategy is moving forward with equal precision. Apple is building display-free smart glasses, expected to launch in early 2027.
Display-free.
Yes, these glasses will skip the in-screen display entirely. They will rely on iPhone integration, built-in cameras, microphone speakers, and an AI-enhanced version of Siri to handle music, photos, and hands-free calls.
So how does that work without a screen?
The mechanism here is contextual audio. Instead of looking at a screen, you look at a building, the camera sees it, and Siri whispers the history of the building into your ear. This hardware is part of Apple's broader AI wearables push, which includes camera-equipped AirPods and a wearable pendant.
Connecting those macro-level industry movements to the micro-level tools available to you today, we have a robust list of trending applications designed to accelerate personal workflows.
Let's break down the specific use cases for these 8 trending tools. First on the list is Muse Spark.
Right. This is Meta's multimodal reasoning AI. It features a multi-agent mode. This means it allows users to coordinate several specialized AI processes simultaneously, basically breaking down a large project into smaller tasks that different agents handle at the exact same time.
Next up is Cursor 3. This tool introduces an agent-first interface designed specifically for parallel coding agents.
Which is fascinating.
It is. Think of this like a sous chef pipeline in a high-end kitchen. One agent chops the vegetables by writing the boilerplate code, while the head chef, the human user, focuses entirely on the recipe and the core logic. It significantly speeds up complex software development tasks.
We also have Avatar V. This is Hagen's new AI avatar model that generates studio-quality videos.
The real aha moment here is that it completely removes the need for physical cameras, lighting setups, or human actors.
Wow.
Yeah, entire corporate training departments or marketing workflows could potentially operate using just a script and this software.
Hermes Agent offers a different type of utility. It is an AI agent equipped with memory and cross-platform messaging capabilities.
It's designed to maintain context across your communication channels, so it remembers a conversation you had on email and can reference it when summarizing messages for you on a completely different platform.
For document transformation, there is Libertify. This tool takes any standard text document and turns it directly into an interactive video, instantly converting written data into highly engaging visual formats. Skygen is built for endurance. It is an AI agent designed specifically to complete complex, long-running tasks without requiring constant human prompting or supervision. You just assign the objective, and it runs in the background until the job is fully complete.
Prodshot streamlines post-meeting workflows. It takes your standard meeting recordings and automatically converts them into ready-to-post shorts and social media posts, isolating the most engaging moments without any manual video editing.
Finally, ScreenSmooth is an AI tool for generating beautiful screen recordings in minutes. It applies automated polish, zooms, and transitions to your raw screen captures, instantly making them look professionally produced.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, just consider how the lines between digital observation and real-world physical consequences are permanently blurring. We have AI models acting as smart assistants and reading millions of Reddit posts to fundamentally change how a physical, biological drug is understood.
Yeah, and at the exact same time, digital anxiety on internet forums boils over into physical attacks on city streets. The boundary between the screen and the street is disappearing.
It really is. The digital intelligence we interact with every day is manifesting in the physical world in ways we are only just beginning to measure, and those impacts will only grow more pronounced as the technology scales.
That initial prompt entered into a text box is no longer contained to just one realm. The output affects us everywhere, from the medications we take to the security of the physical neighborhoods we live in.
If you found today's deep dive valuable, please follow and share the show with others.
We really appreciate you taking the time to explore these complex shifts with us.
See you in the next episode.